Hey, how you guys doing? This is Yi. So me and my family, we moved to this country, Australia, like around 3 years ago, and we barely go out and eat at those Chinese restaurants. So today, let me walk you guys through how we survived in this country when it comes to the traditional Chinese food. So today, I'm gonna cook the traditional Chinese pork stew. You ready? Let's go. And here comes all the main ingredients of the traditional Chinese pork stew. So let's take a look at it one after the other. So here comes the first one, the pork belly, with the meat and fat in between, and some crystal sugar, cinnamon, and star anise. And over here we have the tofu sheet, and more importantly, quail legs, and also with some Chinese cooking wine and some soy sauce. And also you might need some dark soy sauce to add some color. So first of all, we need to boil those quail legs, and then we could add them in the pork stew in the middle of the cook. So we turn down the heat a little bit, like maybe halfway through, and leave them on the fire for another 5 minutes. Then the quail legs will be done. Now we're gonna take the big wok and boil some water, and we're gonna blanch the pork belly a little bit, maybe for 3 to 4 minutes, and then we're gonna add some cooking wine in the water, as well as some sliced ginger. All right, now we put the ginger in the water, give a little flavor, and then for now, it's ready for us to put those pork belly in there. And at this moment, you can put some cooking wine in here as well. Now the water is boiling, so we got some foam floating on the surface. So we need to get rid of this foam. Now it's time to turn off the heat, and then we can take those pork belly out of the water. It's ready to cook. Now we're ready to cook the traditional Chinese pork stew. So first of all, heat up the wok and put the oil in here. And then put some crystal sugar in here, probably like 6 or 8 cubes in here. Just heat it up. Maybe just put a little more oil in here. And then add some star anise in here. That will give the pork stew a lot of flavor. Maybe a little bit more. You could add a certain amount of the star anise as based on your own taste. Now give a little stir. Give a little stir, and you guys can see here it's melting right now. So now it's time to put the pork in here. So now you can add some cooking wine. Add some cooking wine. Just to give a little stir. Make sure it's heated evenly. Give it a couple of times to flip over. And then for now you can add some dark soy sauce. Just give it a little color. Give it a little color like this. And then put some regular soy sauce over here. And now we're going to add some boiling water in here to let it stew for maybe 30 to 40 minutes. That's the amount of water that we need. And also you might want to turn down the heat, let it like slow stew the pork belly. Now we can add 1 cinnamon in here to give more flavor. And also a couple more crystal sugar cubes. And then now we put the lid on. Alright, so for now, after 20-25 minutes of stew, it's time for us to put those quail legs in here and give a little stir. Or give a little flip, like that. And then it's going to take another 5 to 7 minutes to let the flavor get into the quail legs. So let's keep the lid on and leave it for another 5 to 7 minutes. All right, that's 5 minutes. So let's take a look at the quail egg. When the quail eggs, the color gets darker. So now it's time for us to put the tofu sheet that I mentioned about at the very beginning of the video. So here comes the tofu sheet. Just spread it even on top of the pork stews. Now it's time to flip this over a little bit. Let the tofu sheet get into the soup. Now I'm gonna do another flip. Yep. Make sure it's all marinated, you know. Do a couple times to flip. Then keep the lid on for another 3-4 minutes. Then the pork stew will be ready. Now it's time to turn up the heat. And then we're gonna take those cinnamon sticks out. Like this one over here. Gonna finish their missions. Now it's time to put them in the bowl and ready to eat. There we go. I prepared 2 bowls, just in case in the space. Now let's take a look at the pork stew. It's done. All right, we're gonna dig in.